So I got a few comments on my video, Recess's Murder, about the anti-snitch sentiment that I may have put out there. And of course, HyploDay71 was like, you must ethically justify your position. Fuck you. But I will anyway. Okay, snitches? Really? If you really think that I need to explain why being a snitch is bad, you're probably a filthy fucking rat-think snitch, HyploDay. I'm sorry if that's like an ad hominem or some shit. And then there's a woman left a comment saying, this girl's just trying to stop people from taking a drug which could kill them. She was just trying to do the right thing. Is that really so wrong? Short answer, yes. But also, is that really what she thinks is right? If so, it's a rather thoughtless conclusion. Also, Adderall killing people, come the fuck on. I suppose any drug could cause an adverse reaction that could kill somebody, but I'm just going to throw it out there that without some sort of strange mutation in your liver enzymes or brain chemistry, Adderall isn't going to kill you. If it is, you're really fucking weak. I'm 60 goddamn years old. Sometimes I pop like 60 milligrams of Adderall all at once, down some espresso, and clean my entire fucking apartment. I'm still pretty goddamn healthy. Admittedly, I am superhuman. But back to what I was saying. Okay, here's why it's wrong. Now, I could speak in generalities, but, you know, not everything's black and white. Sometimes snitching is the right thing to do, but in almost every circumstance that you as a human being are exposed to, no it isn't. Now, in this particular case of the girl being offered Adderall by the other girl and then going and telling on her, here's the problem. This girl that was offering her the Adderall, what she's essentially doing is offering friendship. She's saying, here, please be a part of my little group. I am trusting you to be cool and to respect my decisions, okay? And I want to invite you into my little group, and we don't need no stinking authority. Now, at this point the girl could turn down the Adderall, but okay, here's the problem. Let's generously say that this girl that goes and tells on the other girl, let's say that this is her moral determination that taking Adderall without a prescription is bad. It's not really a reasonable thing that a person would actually think, but, you know, whatever. She's like a kid, so maybe she just has come to the conclusion that unprescribed Adderall is somehow super deadly as opposed to prescribed Adderall, which is safe and like candy. If this is her ethical determination, well, what she's doing here is she's saying, what I have determined to be right and wrong is inherently more important than what others determine to be right and wrong, as it pertains to the situation that of the girl offering me the Adderall. See, the other girl obviously doesn't think that taking unprescribed Adderall is a bad thing, and the 2 points of view are equally valid. And, since they are equally valid, the girl who doesn't want the Adderall has absolutely no cause to push her moral view on the girl who thinks that the Adderall is bad, or who thinks the Adderall is okay to take, right? So, instead of, and even now, with this moral disagreement, she could say, hey, other girl, here are the reasons why I think that taking unprescribed Adderall is bad. But instead of dealing with it with an iota of guts and directness, she goes to the authoritar and essentially has her point of view forced on the other girl with a lot more power. Okay? Now, let's just count how many ways this is wrong. One, she is taking the offer of friendship, throwing it right the fuck back in that girl's face with a handful of feces. 2, imposing her moral paradigm on another. 3, not doing it directly, but like a fucking piece of shit by invoking the goddamn authority. 4, once you bring the authority into the scene, you have unleashed a genie that is then beyond your fucking control. Okay? Deal with your fucking shit. Now, another thing to add to this is, well, whenever you have an authoritarian structure of some sort, like the kind at schools, the authority will always seek to expand its own influence and consolidate its power. Now, this is counterbalanced by certain forces, among which are the capacity of the people who are being ruled over to commit acts of subversion should the authority go too far, as it inevitably fucking does in every fucking case. That's what authority does. Now, the ability for subversion is undermined by lick-spittle-toady pieces of shit who mindlessly accept what the authority tells them and acts as their agent, volunteering information about their fellow human beings. They are untrustworthy people. They're collaborators. They are fucking worthless, okay? I'm sorry if I feel a little emotional about this, excuse me, but they're not good people. Now, another comment was something like, I wonder if Snakepliskinist would snitch on somebody for murdering somebody. And that made me think of a little hypothetical situation. Let's say that I had a really good friend, and they came to me and they said, oh man, I just killed this guy, and I need help disposing of the body. Now, depends on how good of a friend he is. Whether or not I'd do it, probably not, no matter what, but, you know, there are some cases. But it also depends on his story, like, if it's sympathetic and believable, and it sounds like he had a good reason. But the thing is this. If this friend comes to me and he's just like, he gives me what seems like an okay reason, well, the person's already dead, nothing I can do can help them, and the guy's likely to get caught, but I'm not going to be the one to ruin yet another life, okay? And more to the point, if a friend comes to me in his time of need with oh so many problems like body disposal, crushing, diarrhea causing guilt, you know, I mean, there are a million things to deal with after you've killed somebody. And like all of these problems, he comes to me for help. Now, I may not help, but you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to turn this all around about me and my fucking ethics and my ethical goddamn dilemma and doing the right fucking thing, because motherfucker, it is not all about me. It is about a friend who's come to me for help, and I may refuse him, but I will not give him more problems. But the situation changes somewhat if a friend did come to me and said, you know, I killed this motherfucker because I thought it would be fun. And as it turns out, it was super fun. So much fun that I am going to go out and start killing innocent motherfuckers on a regular basis. At which point, I might reconsider my friendship with him. Okay? See, it's not always black and white. But since these extreme situations generally don't present themselves to you as a person living in a first world country, you know, in general, don't be a fucking snitch, bitch.